Activision refuses to remove skill-based matchmaking from Call of Duty. In this video, I'm going to be discussing everything wrong with skill-based matchmaking and how it can improve so that way it could be a better system or even gone entirely from the Call of Duty franchise. So skill-based matchmaking is a huge talking point in the community right now. People don't want it because they're versing everyone at their own skill level. They can't catch a break from all the, the tryhards out there. That there's disbanding lobbies, that they can't make friendships or even rivalries or even anything of that nature. Skill-based matchmaking absolutely sucks. In fact, we've went a long time without skill-based matchmaking in Call of Duty, that being from Call of Duty 4 all the way into Black Ops 4. That was like the whole entire golden era of COD. Remember how we're all trashing on Call of Duty Ghosts and games like Infinite Warfare? But now when you look back at them, they're the most relaxed games out there because you're not pit up against super sweaty tryhards that just want to play in the CDL like for money at this point. But it's not really for money, it's just for a better scorecard at the end. So honestly, ever since they brought it in Modern Warfare 2019 and the current Call of Duty, sure, the system wasn't as bad as the beginning, but recent games like Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and even the current one, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, it is like virtually impossible to play for at least an hour. If you want to play, relaxing like me, it's impossible to play an hour within these types of games. And honestly, it just really needs to be removed. But the funny thing is that Call of Duty themselves has discontinued the carry forward system for Call of Duty Black Ops 7. A quick little rundown of that if you guys don't know. Pretty much all the skins and all the weapon blueprints that you got in Call of Duty Black Ops 6 were going to carry forward in Black Ops 7. So that meant all the Beavis and Butthead skins, the American Dad skin, the smoking guns, the unicorns, and whatever random stuff that was in Call of Duty Black Ops 6 was going to transfer over to Call of Duty Black Ops 7. But is not going to do it anymore. Like, we were all super shocked when this actually got announced. Like, none of us were expecting it because Activision was so quiet, but they have competition on their hands. Like, Battlefield 6 at this point is, back head-to-head with Call of Duty. I love this sort of competition. I really wish XDeFi was being more competitive towards, the whole entire scene of FPS games, because then Call of Duty definitely would have shaped up. But we're getting it with Battlefield 6 now, and they're full-on releasing. So let's just keep this competition up because I absolutely love it. Like, honestly, if Battlefield 6 was to not come out, I don't think Call of Duty would have not done this change. Who even knows? Maybe this was on purpose. Maybe this was due to the backlash of Battlefield 6. There's really no right or wrong answer here. But honestly, the biggest cry since 2019 has been skill-based matchmaking. And mark my words now, that if Call of Duty was to ever, and I mean ever, revert skill-based matchmaking back to ping-based lobbies, COD, especially with no Beavis and Butthead skins, will be right back on top. It would be the fastest pre-ordering game on the PlayStation Store. It will, I think, when I, was doing this video, it's Borderlands 4, which I'm super excited for, by the way. But Call of Duty Black Ops 7 will be the top chart. It will be the most pre-ordered game in Call of Duty history. But yet, it's weird to me how, like, they remove all these goofy skins because of competition, but the fans cry is just, so out there. And who even knows, like, how this is even going to tailor into, the next Call of Duty. Are they just going to bring back goofy skins, all that random stuff? But the biggest cry right now is Activision needs to remove skill-based matchmaking from Call of Duty. But what I want to do now is propose a few ideas that I can actually talk about to make skill-based matchmaking a little bit more tolerable. So that way we don't have to sit here and play on this horrible algorithm. My first solution, and if I don't say it in this video, I'm going to get flagged for it. I'm going to get called a shill and everything else in between. So let me just say it because I believe in this too. Skill-based matchmaking needs to be removed entirely from all future Call of Duty titles, including Black Ops 7. Actually, I don't know because Black Ops 7 is almost developed, but they can't carry forward, so whatever. Whether it's, in this title or whether it's not in this title, just the next Call of Duty game I'm calling it, they need to remove skill-based matchmaking because this will make wonders on the Call of Duty community. Sure, the casuals will miss out, but it's so hard to tell, like, you know, the percentage of players that actually play this game. Like, it could be 90% casual players, 10% hardcore players, and we're just a minority. Or it could be the other way around, where it's 90% hardcore players, 10% casual players. Like, who even knows the behind the scenes thing as to, you know, what's going on? This is also the reason why they're, you know, they're making sort of, I guess, quote unquote kid versions of, you know, the multiplayer and zombies. Like, they're not kid versions, but you guys know what I mean, hopefully, by that. So this could be like a reason as to why skill-based matchmaking will never go, but it just needs to go entirely. Another idea that I want to propose is switch up the algorithm a tiny bit. Now, you know, there's so much stuff that belongs in that skill-based matchmaking algorithm to the point where it's like you're versing yourself at this point, like, you know, 6 other people of yourself. So maybe switch up the algorithm a little bit so it doesn't include things like steps walked, doesn't include stuff like grenades thrown, bullets fired, all that random stuff that just gets calculated, you know, like in, say, leaderboards and behind the scenes looks. Just tone it down a little bit. So let's just say it runs off of kills and deaths. Okay, and then also tracks your win losses. Like, did you win that game? Did you lose that game? Okay, so then it will calculate, okay, he got, you know, more deaths and less kills this game. Let's put him up on a very easier lobby so that way he can get it. And then 2-3 games pass and you get it. Oh, okay, he's starting to get tracked. Let's lower it a tiny bit. Not drastically so that he notices, but let's throw on an extra 1 or 2 tryhards on the team. Just only track like a majority of like 3 stats at most. Kills, deaths, and wins lost, but also just make it less algorithmic, or just, you know, make it more casual, so that way the casuals can get better, and also, you know, us hardcore players don't have to sweat every single game. So another idea that I have is, I know there's already ranked play in the game, but that is an entirely separate thing that involves its different ranking systems. This is just in the core multiplayer experience, and this could be a mosh pit of game modes that has skill-based matchmaking in it. Now, it would kind of defeat the purpose of ranked play a little bit, but if you want to play on, you know, people of your skill level, you can go do that while grinding, you know, your camos, grinding everything else in between for the multiplayer experience. I don't even know what it could be called. Maybe it could be called the Legend Mosh Pit for all I know. Or it could just be the hardcore. I mean, it can't really be called the hardcore, but you guys get the idea. Just make a mosh pit of all the maps and all the modes, and just, you know, have it there for the people that want to experience it. Or remember, like, those combat filters from Vanguard? That was actually a pretty cool addition. Just make it a toggleable thing so that people want to have that hardcore experience. You can call it, you know, Legend. Like, the tabs could be, you know, ping based or something like that. Then hardcore, which is where you find your hardcore game modes. Then Legend is pretty much like that skill based matchmaking playlist. That way you can actually go and fight people of your skill level if you want a challenge. So that's like the best of every world. So maybe that could happen, but I don't think it will. The last little thing that I want to propose is, if you're going to have skill-based matchmaking, at this point, I've gotten so used to it, so I personally don't care. Just don't see me playing your game 24/7. But switch it around. Make the lobbies ping-based first, and then stop the disbanding lobbies. So you can have your skill-based matchmaking if you want to have it that way, sure. But just get rid of the disbanding lobbies within the game entirely and switch it to ping-based. So that way, it doesn't take that long to find a game. Like, it doesn't take super long because it's going off a ping first, and then it's going to tear up people against your skill level. And don't make it so the lobbies disband. So that way, if you want to stay, you know their strategies just like the older days, and if skill-based matchmaking is here, you can find your perfect 1v1 partner. Like, I mean, that's probably honestly the best solution that Activision can do, is switch it up so it's ping-based lobbies and just bring back the good old days. So, I mean, honestly, it's just a terrible decision adding skill-based matchmaking inside games like this, but hey, this is the best option. But honestly, that's gonna be it for me today, guys. You know, if you guys like skill-based matchmaking for whatever reason, say I like skill-based matchmaking in the comment section. I don't know, but I mean, a majority of you guys are gonna hate it. So I'm on team no skill-based matchmaking, so comment it down below. You guys can like the comments, do whatever you guys wanna do. That's gonna be it for me today, guys. Just want to say thank you guys so much. This is Bearsy signing off. Stay healthy, stay clean. Bye.